Hello, and welcome back to the universe. Today I'm going to be, let me scoot up a little bit. Today I'm going to be putting on newer makeup products, newer launches. Yes, that's right, I went on a beat of a spree. One of my products is coming in today, but I already have, it's a blush, it's the Danessa Myricks blush palette. But I'm going to be using the M Cosmetics new Heaven's Glow blush in Baroque. I want to say Baroque, but it's Baroque. Phenomenal shade, just phenomenal. I was not that interested in the Divine Eyeshadows palette, but I did get their two new lip luminizers. They're some of my favorite formulas, and I did get a lip liner. I don't think this is part of their launch, but I wanted the Self Bleu Velvet lip liner. I am using the Nars Light Reflecting, and you may have seen on my review my mixed opinion. A few new things, new Merit, new shade Taupe, and this isn't new, but they sent this to me and I wanted to test it out. I already know I like it because this is the other highlighter glow stick in the shade Bounce. Become a subscriber today. Oh my gosh, also M Cosmetics, if you buy $50 worth, which is pretty pricey, you get these artistry earrings and they're so cute. I feel like it matches my vibe well today. I will be giving like little reviews of some of the newer products that I have. I do have also these new matte liquid eyeshadows from Ulta Beauty that got recommended from Amanda Z, as well as one of her favorite cream shadow toppers from Colourpop in the shade Ritz. So we're just gonna freaking do the thing. All right, so first thing is I'm gonna mix the shade Santa Fe and Deauville L5, M2 and L4. I feel like that's the best shade match. Honestly, I can get away with just Santa Fe, but I feel like to brighten up my face a little bit more, adding in the L4 shade kind of helps. I don't typically try to use two pumps of foundation anymore, but to get the best shade match, I kind of have to, because the pumps, like I can't really do a half pump on this. Pretty good shade match, right? I think it's just a little bit drier than Charlotte Tilbury. When I use my Stay Matte powder or my Charlotte Tilbury pressed powder, I end up feeling really dry throughout the day, so I use a very thin powder. This is the Skinfood Peach Cotton Multi-Finish powder, and it's very thin. Since it's so thin, it really melts into the skin, and it doesn't give you much of a mattifying feeling. Sometimes I can get oily, so I don't always use this powder. This is perfect for more mattifying foundations. This is their new Heaven's Glow blush in the shade Baroque. Obviously, they've had this formula before, but this is their most newest addition. When I saw this first, I was like, oh, will this even show up? I was actually like, yeah, but yeah, it do. And it's, oh, well, this is the first time I've seen it swatched like this. Wow, it's incredibly pretty. I need to film this. Oh, it looks so ugly on my phone. Actually, but before I do that, let me just go in with a little bit of bronzing. I haven't been bronzing again too much, but just a little bit to bring in a little bit of color. You know, I am usually too lazy to bronze, but I feel like it is pretty necessary to bring out some shape, even if it's very little, like very little. All right, I'm gonna use the Bounce stick. I forgot. This is in the shade Bounce. So to give you a reference, so this is their more like rose gold shade. It's so pretty. What I usually use is the shade Kava, which is more of the gold. So you can see it slightly. Honestly, I like them both because they're both pretty. It's not like a super pink rose gold, so I'm okay with that. Honestly, I'm not a fan of putting this on top of my products because it can lift it a little bit, but I forgot, so I'm gonna do my best to just apply a little bit, and hopefully it does not smudge too much. Oh, no, it did not smudge at all. Hold on a second, did I do that right? Huh, well, I'll be darned. I will be darned. It's also because usually I just like apply it directly, but I'm using my fingies right now. This has more of an oiliness to it, so it kind of slips with my foundation, but not today at all. Wow. So now I'm gonna go into the blush in the shade Baroque. This is a soft neutral beige painted with strokes of pearlescent champagne shimmers, curating the ultimate luxury powder blush. Ah, yes. Soft neutral beige. I think that's what really got me. They also released a new shade called Rococo, which is a warm copper with gold undertones. I strayed away from it because it said copper. And I was like, ooh, if copper makes me orange, then I'm not about this one. But this is a neutral beige, which I feel like is right up my alley. And this is not my first time trying it. I've tried it already like 3 or 4 times. And I absolutely, what do you think? All of it, all of it. And I think with luminous blushes, sometimes if you are super textured, it can pick up on that. You can notice that, but right now I'm okay with my texture. Like, it's actually pretty good. My skin's looking pretty okay right now. So right before my period, it's bad, which is why my opinion on the Nars foundation really took a weird twist. But now during my period and near the end of it, it's like back to normal, so it's pretty good. It pairs so well with the Merit Bounce because it has that rose goldy undertone, and then this has that soft beige, but it catches a bit of the blushy pink. Wow, I put on way too much. I'm a big fan, you know, because I wasn't like a huge fan of luminous pearlescent blushes for a long time, and then I feel like hopped back on it once I got the Bare Reflections from Hints. But I'm pretty on it. I'm gonna go ahead and do my eyebrows. It's the same old, so I will not be showing you. It's the M Cosmetics and the Anastasia Brow Wiz. I also got my eyebrows waxed, so they will look better than usual. Praise God. I just want to say, waxing makes such a big difference. I'm also thinking about getting my brows laminated. Also, having your brows waxed and like shaped really reduces the time it takes to freaking do your brows. I don't know why I wasn't getting them waxed more often. I don't know. All right, so next I'm gonna move on to my eyes. I'm going to be doing something very simple. Ha 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 ha. Not my first time now, is it? But I recently got these Ulta Beauty matte cream eyeshadows, and it is one of Amanda Z, who's a YouTuber that I follow. It's her favorite liquid eyeshadow, matte liquid eyeshadow. And I will say, the color selection's not large, and they're mostly very cool tones. Like, these are more like purpley brown. So I was like, ooh, but then I actually really like them. I don't think I have anything like that, so it makes me feel better. First of all, the first thing is like, they're super easy to use. They're very blendable, and they don't dry super fast, so it's not very patchy. And this is more of a muted tone. It's a very great transition shade. At first when I tried it, I was like, I don't see anything. But then it's like a dustier look. Like, you can see it's a little, it coolizes. It makes my eyes look a little bit more cool toned. And I don't really do that often, so it's something new. Something new. And look, it's so easy to blend out. It's so not patchy, and it's so smooth, bro. She really did a good one, because who would have known Ulta Beauty be hitting like this? You know what I'm saying? And then what I like to do is use Vintage Beauty just on the outer portions. I have used this all over my eye, and it kind of looks like I've got a low-key purple black eye, so I'm trying to figure out how to do this a little bit better. But I do really like using it just to deepen out the outer edges. A lot of eyeshadows don't crease on me, but I know creasing can be a problem, especially for liquid eyeshadows. But this, I feel like, turns to like a powder so quickly, and I haven't personally noticed any creasing, but that's just me. Okay, I did a little bit too much, but it's all good. Point is that these are very good, and they do have a good dry time, so you have time to move it around, but once it dries, it really dries, which is why I'm having a little bit of trouble right here. And then I also got influenced by Amanda Z to get this shade Ritz from Colourpop. It's Super Shock eyeshadow. She said it's very similar to Space Cowboy from Urban Decay. I've been trying to get that, but it's always sold out, and so I was like, okay. And she said it's very similar. This is just slightly, the glitters are not as fine, but it's almost undetectably similar. So, and look at it. If it's not beautiful. And I love this because it has a nude champagne base, and the glitters they are silver, so I was like, ugh. But I actually think the silver complements it well because of the nude champagne base shade. Oh, I went a little overboard. Wow. Can you tell I am Rusty McCrusty'sville? Jeez, girl, get it together. Let me just blend that out. That's all I'm gonna do for the eyes. Now I'm gonna go in with my liner. My eyeliner is not anything new. This is from Colorgram, the Korean brand. It's the cream liner in some shade of brown. Now, as you know, my classic new trick, the fingy. Fingy, so good every time. I'm gonna curl my eyelashes. I'm using my ever so trusty worsty Color Studio from BanilaCo All Day Rise Mascara, curly and long. So the last part of this testing out new great makeup is the lips. So I have a few, right? I have a few. So let me just swatch because I have only one set of lips. So I'll have to swatch the rest. But for reference, this is the original lip luminizer in Venetian Rose. I accidentally pressed it out too much. But this is one of my favorite Your Lip Spot Better shade. Although it does bring more of a rosiness to it. Obviously my lips, I wish, were this rosy, but they're not. And then I'm gonna show you guys the two new shades that came out. And I do have a favorite. This is the shade Van Gogh. As you can see, I already used it. It's like a deeper neutral raspberry tone. So this is Venetian Rose. This is Van Gogh. It's definitely deeper and less pink than the Venetian Rose. And then this is Mona Lisa. And this is definitely a browner, nudier lip lumi. As always, these lip luminizer pigmentation so even. The color is so pretty, and the glossiness but not tackiness, I think, makes this formula exquisite. And then I have Taupe in the Merit Tinted Lip Oil, and this is actually very similar, I think, to this Mona Lisa, except it's darker and a little bit more. Actually, no. If you look at them closely, they're very similar. They're very similar. I love this color. I like this more than Au Naturel for sure. So I'll give you a quick lip swatch. I already know which one I'm going to use. So this is the shade Van Gogh. I'm not going to show you Venetian Rose because it's not new. And they are definitely luminizing, nourishing. See, it has a raspberry, pretty pink feel to it. Pretty, right? Very pretty. Okay. Yeah. And then this is Taupe Tinted Lip Oil. Also, the thing about these lip luminizers is even if it does go away, you still have a little bit of that color, which I like. It doesn't really deplete. A nice more like nudie brown. Still has the pinky lip color to it. I love colors like these, which kind of neutralize my lips a little bit more. I feel like these colors are very sophisticated. I love this one. All right, and then my personal favorite out of the lip luminizers that I have is Mona Lisa. So I will, which is very similar to what I have on. So before I go in with that, I'm actually gonna use the lip liner in the shade Fawn because I just got it, and why not? This is also really pretty. Such a nice color, not super brown either, but great to outline. Again, this is the shade Mona Lisa. It's like a hair darker than my natural lip, but I feel like it really enhances and makes my whole face look a little sophisticated. So I'm going a little bit cool tone, but a little, you know, neutrals beiginess. All right, and then I'm gonna spray myself really quickly with my Mascara Silvery Elbra Swallow Sun Spray. And this is the final wash. And this, hair, girl, get it together. This is the final look. I'll zoom you guys in as I always do. So this is the Nars foundation, light reflecting. The blush in Baroque with that luminosity. Then I have the Merit Bounce on top. I feel like that adds the perfect touch of like highlight but not too in your face. Then we have more cool toned eyes with a bit of a nice watery, shimmery goodness with the Ritz, and my lips. Sorry for the spit. My lips. They're all hits in my book. It's not like I was just testing them out. I knew that they were good. Like these lip luminizer formulas, I don't think I talked about them that much last year because I was using, like I'm almost done with this. That's why I cranked it up, because I thought I was done, but I have some left. I think these are so wonderful, and look at this color scheme. So up my alley, so up my alley. This Merit Taupe shade, definitely my favorite shade out of the ones that I have, which is only another one. And I think out of the whole entire shade range, this is my favorite. This was a gift from Merit, so thank you, Merit. Overall, I am such a huge fan of everything that I've tried. I feel like I haven't done like testing a wide range of new makeup products in a hot minute. So I'm so glad that I got to do this. I hope you guys enjoyed my look. I feel like it's pretty good. I feel good. I feel really good. As always, be nice to your parents. Wear a mask. One of my nails fell off. And see you at my next video. Goodbye!